Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
I had just washed and waxed my car the day before, and sure enough, the rain started coming down, ruining my washing and waxing as I went through puddles of the apocalypse. I had to pick up some Chinese food for me and my girl. So I turned off the meter and just went on a little bit of a food run. As I got into the car, I could feel my back. It got thrown out. My back got wrenched. And I was driving for the Chinese food, mushu pork, sweet and sour chicken, wonton soup, sweet and sour shrimp, sweet and sour pork, a lot of sweet and sour.
You're making me hungry.
But my back was killing me. I hunched over the steering wheel. The rain was coming down, downtown. All the people who were unhoused were getting smashed by the rain. All the people who were marginalized were getting completely devastated by the pin drop rain that fell, and it was like a needle. It was like a vaccination. It was a mandate. It was a mandate from above. The rain just going into people's skin like a vaccine that wouldn't work against the new variant. And I kept driving even though my back was making me scream. I was screaming, thinking about the tofu chow mein. That's right, I didn't get chicken chow mein this time. I got tofu, braised tofu, and that was the only thing that was keeping me going in this car. As I screamed in pain from my back, and I had to lay down and drive. And how I did that was I used a mirror. I used a rear view mirror to see out my front window, if you can imagine that, as I laid down to rest my back and drive. All of a sudden, the rain came down even harder. No longer was it just a vaccinating rain. It was a pulverizing rain. A rain that destroyed. A rain that was full of contempt for the human race, full of contempt for the pain I felt in my back. I was steering through a rear view mirror, seeing out the front, laying down, when I heard a police siren. The officer had his sirens on, and he said over his speaker, "How is this car being driven? I don't see anybody." And I used that against him. I kept driving. He didn't think there was anybody in the car. I made a quick right-hand turn, but I turned into a person on a motorcycle, and that person went flying. I couldn't stop. The Chinese food was ready. I had gotten a text through the DoorDash. Well, it wasn't DoorDash, or else that would have been delivered. I got a text through the pickup app that my food was ready. And even though I had hurt somebody on the motorcycle, sweet and sour chicken and sweet and sour pork and sweet and sour shrimp, they don't wait for no man. So I pulled up in front of the Chinese food station. The police were waiting for me. An ambulance was there for the motorcycle man. I got out of the car, and before the cop could cuff me, I picked up my food. And he went to cuff me, and I said, "Please, officer, it's sweet and sour pork. It's sweet and sour chicken. It's sweet and sour shrimp. It's tofu chow mein," which made him go, "Tofu chow mein? Why not chicken chow mein or beef chow mein?" And I said, "Yeah, I know. But do you mind if I just take the food home and eat it, and then we can discuss the injury that I caused and how I was driving? My back is killing me." I gave him the shrimp, sweet and sour, just to kind of pay him off, and he took it.
Bribing an officer.
And I drove home. My back, I had to eat the food laying down. I put on an episode of Forensic Files, watching a woman in Florida get murdered by a meth addict. And I ate and ate until I had to report to the police.
Thanks for joining us for Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.